Hey everyone, welcome back to my channel. Welcome if you're new here. My name is Rebecca. Today I am bringing you guys some fall DIY decor ideas. Really super easy, beautiful, and affordable fall decor on a budget. Mostly items from Dollar Tree, a few things from Walmart. So I hope you guys enjoy, and let's go ahead and get started.
So getting started with this first one, I'm taking one of these large pumpkin placemats from Dollar Tree along with one of the foam boards that they sell, and I've just got a marker here. I'm gonna just trace and outline this pumpkin onto the foam board, and then I took an X-Acto knife, and you could probably use like a box cutter or anything like that as well. And I'm just carefully cutting through this. You'll need to do the whole outline probably 2 times. One kind of goes through the top layer and the foam, and then I needed to go again one more time in order to kind of get through the second back layer. But I was able to do this, and it has turned out so much better than I even expected. So I can't wait to share this one with you guys. And I just went ahead and popped out my pumpkin now. And I was kind of undecided on what to do with the leaves, so I actually just left the leaf part as is, and you'll see what we do with that. But I did cut out the whole center section, so honestly you don't even need to trace that part. You would just need the ones on the end. So I actually cut this so that the inside would be cut out of the pumpkin, and we would just kind of create this outline shape of the pumpkin. I did cut out the little portion up by the stem part, and actually that makes a really easy way to hang this DIY. So optional, but I think it's a good idea. Pop out the middle section, and I already got started here with my chalk paint. I am using chalk paint in the color Java. Honestly, I think that a lighter brown would also look really nice. You could totally do this in orange if you prefer, but the dark brown does give you a nice look, more of a neutral fall, and I like the fact that I can fill in the edges of the foam board here where we were cutting, and it actually kind of makes it look like wood. I filled in all of the edges of the foam board with this dark brown chalk paint, and it filled it in so well that it looks like the edges of wood that have been kind of a little bit burned. And so I think that looks really cool. It looks like we burned out this portion of a piece of wood, and then with a very, very, very lightly dry brush, I just made the vertical strokes to kind of look and give it a little bit more of a wood grain texture. And now you could use a little welcome sign from Dollar Tree. The small one here is from Dollar Tree, and these come like 3 for $1, which is super, super affordable. I decided to go with a little bit larger one from Hobby Lobby, which was $3.99. And then I wanted to do something really neutral for this, so I've just got some of these like cream colored flowers from Dollar Tree, and I added in some of these brown berries. I forget the name of them. You can comment and let me know if you know what they're called, but obviously you can do whatever you prefer. I just hot glued these directly right onto my foam board here, and the same thing with the welcome sign. I kind of squished it into the foam board a little bit and then just added like a generous amount of hot glue there and on the back of the welcome sign going down onto the foam board. So it gave it like a pretty good secure base on the back, and this is holding together just fine. I think it turned out so pretty, and I can't believe that this was just a couple dollars to make. I think it looks so beautiful whether on the wall or out on the front door. Being foam board, this is not in a covered area. I wouldn't leave this outside because it is foam board. You don't really want it exposed to the elements. So I would just go ahead and keep it indoors or somewhere where your door is covered. So if you guys have been with me for a while, you know I almost always had my nails done up until this year with COVID and quarantine and everything being closed. So today I am taking 5 minutes to give myself a manicure with these gorgeous nails by All Dashing. They have so many designs for both manicures and pedicures. You get 30 pieces of nails in each box that come in 6 different sizes, so you can find the perfect size for you. And to make them look even more realistic, I do recommend choosing the smaller nail when you're in between two sizes. They do provide a little cloth to prep your nails first, and then you just peel off the backing and press the nail firmly onto your nail for 15 seconds. They're super easy to apply, and they're also soft, lightweight, and flexible enough that they are not easy to break. But if one comes off, or if you just want to change out a certain color or pattern and switch up your nails, they do include extra adhesive pieces as well, so you can easily reapply a nail. And I love that they're waterproof because I was literally crafting all day in them and got so much paint on me throughout the day. I had to keep washing my hands, and the nails have stayed on beautifully. Honestly, what I love about these is that if I went to get these done at a nail salon, it would take like 2 hours and cost at least $50 to $60 for the different designs and patterns here. And this literally cost under $10 and was done in like 5 minutes. Plus, I can switch them up as often as I like to match whatever outfit or whatever theme video I'm working on this week, and I'm so obsessed with these colors and patterns here for fall. Again, thank you to All Dashing for sponsoring this video. The link for their website will be down below in the description box, along with a coupon code for you guys as well. So when you buy one, you can get one more at 50% off. Moving on, I'm taking one of these pink Dollar Tree waste baskets, and I'm taking some of the large wooden craft sticks from Walmart. Now, I already had the end cut off of these. I had used the ends for a previous project, but go ahead and just take some good scissors and cut those off. Actually, now mine are a little bit short for the end of this, but as you can see, here is the size that you would have straight out of the package. So you could actually trim a little bit less off than I did, and I think these would fit absolutely perfectly. I'm just hot gluing them right on. You can actually push them up under that little lip, under the edge around the rim, and it helps hold them in place. Now, as they get toward the bottom, because this basket is a little bit tapered, you will have to overlap them a little bit, but honestly, I don't mind, and I think that it looks pretty cute that way. So I put them side by side at the top, and then they just overlap a little bit as they reach the bottom. And then once these were all on and in place, I took it outside, and I'm gonna spray paint the inside. The only paint that I had on hand was like black, white, or a copper rose gold color. So that is what I opted for. I'm going with the rose gold on the inside, and then I started liking how this was looking, and so I just decided to actually go ahead and why not spray paint the whole outside as well. Now I am debating whether or not to go back and add a little more texture, maybe with some wax, antique wax paint, or with a little bit of like a light white color, maybe dry brushed on there. I'm not sure yet. Comment and let me know what you guys think. But at this point, I wanted to add a top and a bottom just to kind of give it a more basket look and kind of complete the look. So I am taking one of these little woven baskets from Dollar Tree and using some of the lighter portion wood from that basket. I just cut those pieces out and hot glued them around the top and around the bottom. And I think that this just really completes the look and just elevates the look. And now what I'm thinking of adding in here are some fall flowers. I think that is just going to be so pretty, so beautiful for fall. Honestly, you could probably use this indoors or outdoors. I may put it out on the porch, but I'm thinking I may actually use it in the living room. Not totally sure, but either way, I really like how this one turned out. Moving on to the next one, I'm taking one of these little wooden trays from Dollar Tree's craft section, and these are so adorable for $1. I love them, and I've been waiting for an opportunity to think of what could I use these for. And I'm taking some of my antique wax paint here. I love this stuff. This has been so fun. I just got it, like I told you guys. I don't know why I waited so long, but I will have it linked if you're curious. And so I just took a little paintbrush and just brushed a little bit on here. Not really any particular way. I'm just going to take a little rag now and rub all of that in and wipe it so that it all gets even and spread out. And I feel like this just really gave it some nice natural wood grain texture, and it just really looks like a rustic wooden crate, a wooden basket. I think it looks so natural, and I love that for the fall. And then I had some of this ribbon from last year. This deco mesh actually is from the Halloween collection. I decided to just gather it up and make 4 or 5 loops. Then you could obviously tie this together with some floral wire or a pipe cleaner, but I didn't have any of that on hand, so I'm actually just taking an elastic band, which I have plenty of because I always save these when they come on our fruits and vegetables from the grocery store, so I collect all of those elastic bands. So I'm just going to use that to gather up my little bunch here, and I did leave a little piece of deco mesh longer hanging off the side, and then I'm just adding one single sunflower bunch. So for less than $3, I think this just turned out so nice and so pretty for fall. Moving on, I am taking one of these signs from Dollar Tree. Again, this is something I actually had left from last year, this Farm Fresh pumpkin sign. I forget what it said exactly because I had painted over it and I wrote coffee, like you can see on here, pumpkin spice, hot or iced. Anyway, I did some touches on this for my coffee bar last year, but for this year, I'm painting over the entire thing in an oatmeal color chalk paint. I think that if you had more of a creamy, tan ivory color, I think that might be prettier. The oatmeal color has like a little bit of a grayish green to it. I feel like more of a cream color would probably look even better, but totally up to you. I was just using what I have. So once that was dry, I went ahead and I just took a ruler and my X-Acto knife and scoring a line into the pumpkin horizontally, and then I just slid my ruler down and maybe like 1/8 of an inch, like really tiny, and did a second line, and then I used the end of my X-Acto knife to kind of lift up the edge, and it just peeled out that section. So this worked really well to add a little bit of texture. You could paint over the whole thing again if you wanted to, and that would give you a little bit of the texture. I decided to try with my brown Java paint, and while I like how it turned out, I also feel like the lines are super dark, and I'm kind of thinking that maybe I should have done it in white or perhaps just like a lighter shade of brown, but I didn't have that, so I'm using what I had. And anyway, you can see how it turned out and get whatever ideas for how you want to create yours. And Dollar Tree also has sets of, I think you get 5 in a pack of these little wooden pumpkins, and I think they have like maple leaves and maybe something else as well for fall. So I'm taking one of those I had left from last year and just applying a little bit of, you can use a little bit of the chalk paint or whatever paint you're using, or a little bit of the antique wax, and just rub that around on the edge just to give it, again, like that kind of aged wood, or it almost has like a little bit like as if you had burned the edges of the wood. I also wiped a little bit up there around the edges of the pumpkin stem. And now I am taking one of these square wreath frames from Dollar Tree. I am going to actually use mine more like a diamond shape instead of a square, with a point going up and a point going down. I'm taking 2 of these fall leaf garlands from Dollar Tree and winding those around it, and I'm also going to be adding in some of these burnt orange colored hydrangeas, again from Dollar Tree. These are one of my favorite fall flowers at Dollar Tree. I think they are so pretty. The color is like just so bright and beautiful, and I really love these for fall. And then I'm just going to kind of nestle my pumpkin down inside, and I'm resting it actually kind of in between these wires of the wreath form. I did add some hot glue right over top of that on the wire and on the pumpkin just to really kind of seal that and anchor it in there. And then I did come back with some of these golden colored asters from Dollar Tree and some other, I had a couple like cream colored mums and things like that. So I added a few extra flowers in there and just filled in all the way around the wreath. Obviously, whatever colors you want, whatever fits with your decor. Dollar Tree has so many beautiful floral colors and flowers and varieties for fall, and since I still had more of that orange and black and gold deco mesh, I thought that would be perfect. So I'm taking some of that and just layering a little bit of the Dollar Tree burlap ribbon as well on top of it, and again just creating like 4 or 5 loops. And I did leave a little piece hanging at the end, and then I just tied mine up again with a little elastic band left over from all of our produce and vegetables. You can actually take the end of the elastic and then use that to kind of pull it through the wire and then loop it back around and pull the tail to your bow back through that, and that actually will just hold your bow in place so you don't need to tie or glue anything. The elastic band will just keep everything in place right there at the top where I added my bow. And so this is how it turned out. So this is the one I'm actually planning to probably leave out on the front door. I think this is going to be so pretty. I love the size of it. And yeah, anyway, moving on. The next one is super duper easy. I am taking one of these little shadow box frames. This one says welcome to the jungle. Obviously you can paint the inside, you could paint the little stand. This one is a very, very neutral, kind of modern fall decor piece. I know all of the other ones have been very traditional fall decor. You could mix it up though, because Dollar Tree has a ton of fall floral picks, and we're gonna need 3 of them for this. I am just bending them around, fanning out the pine cone, the pumpkin, and the berries, and placing 3 of them going around in a circle around that little center piece. And then the last thing is just adding one of these glass jar vases from Dollar Tree in the center and popping in a candle. And I think this looks so beautiful. I absolutely love this new style that they got in with these vases. I think it's new this year. It's the first time I'm seeing them is this summer, and I totally love this style. It definitely reminds me of like a lantern or something, or perfect. This would be so beautiful with like farmhouse decor, modern farmhouse.
Thank you so much for watching. I hope that you've enjoyed these fall decor DIYs. If you did, please give it a thumbs up and let me know. Comment and let me know which one of these ideas was your favorite, and don't forget to subscribe if you are new here. Also, again, a big thank you to All Dashing for sponsoring today's video. Don't forget to check them out. I'm gonna have their link down below so you can check out some beautiful, fun, fashionable nails. Super, super easy to do. So I'm gonna have their link below for you guys. I wish you a beautiful and blessed day, and I can't wait to see you soon in the next one.